written by Sarah Gamsky. When the Earth moved in December 1999, mud and debris rushed down mountain slope in Bogota, Venezuela. During one of the worst mudslides ever recorded, soft, thick, wet mud caused large, buried the entire neighborhood. Multiple mudslides and flash floods pounded the area for 3 days. People entered apartments and watched as mud in the lower levels. They spent 3 days on the roof waiting for help. More than 150,000 people suddenly had no place to live. Around 25,000 people died in what's now known as the Focus tragedy. Mudslides are also called mudflows or debris flows. They are a type of landslide, a natural disaster that occurs when a disturbance as an earthquake or drought affects the natural stability of a slope. In the case of a mudslide, an accumulation of water causes the land and slopes to become unstable. Mudslides can cause erosion, which is the gradual destruction of land. Once the land is on the slope starts to shift, disaster can strike. Moving downhill at fast speed, mudflow gains momentum quickly. Chaos, danger, and enormous amount of damage often result. Chaos, dangers, and enormous amount of damage often result. The build-up. Mudslides are an example of how dangerous and unexpected the force of nature can be. Researchers are studying why this natural disaster happen and how to keep people safe when they do. They found that mudslides only occurred under very specific conditions. First, a significant amount of water must accumulate on the ground. This can happen during or following a heavy rainfall. Mudslides can also erupt due to rapidly melting snow. In all cases, mudslides begin with the ground became so saturated with water that it started to loosen and shift. The ground transformed into a river of mud and debris called slurry. Mudslides then form quickly and without much warning. Mudslides flow downward on slope at average speeds of 16 km per hour. In extreme steep areas, mudslides can flow as fast as avalanches up to 130 km per hour, 80 miles per hour. Mudslides vary in constancy. Some are mainly water and mud, while others are made of extremely thick mud filled with rocks and boulders. The fast-moving buildup of debris and mud can travel long distances, gathering trees, sand, coal, and other material and objects in its path. The longer the mudslide flows, the larger it grows. Mudslides became so intense that their momentum can destroy bridges and other large structures. The danger zone. As areas at risk for mudslides exist on every continent except Antarctica, it is not always possible to predict when or where a mudslide will happen. However, some locations are more prone to this type of disaster. Regions where mudslides strike usually have two factors in common: steep mountain, heavy rainfall, areas vulnerable to mudslides, also often near a coast. Japan, and other islands in the Pacific Ocean or at high risk for mudslides. Mudslides can occur in the landlocked locations the Himalayas in Asia or the highest mountain range in the world, although it's on the coast. The areas of risk for mudslides due to the sheer amount of rain that falls there. Within these danger zones, the highest risk location includes slopes, area below them, the bottom of canyons, and places where mudslides have previously occurred. Streams and channels also susceptible to mudslides. They fill quickly as mudslides go volume and intensity. An especially risky area is that it has been burned by the wildfires. After a large wildfire, no bushes remain, and the ground is completely bare. Without plants to hold the soil together, erosion is more likely to occur. When enough water builds up, a mudslide can begin. Other risky areas are those near volcanoes. Mudslides often accompany the heavy rains that follow volcanic eruptions. The aftermath. When a large mudslide occurs, people nearby are often evacuated until the area can be secured. They must wait in shelter for a long period of time. Internet or television connections may not work, so survivors rely on radio or emergency personnel to get information. They may not know what happened to their home for weeks, even if the building is in the area remain intact mudslide, and the aftermath can disrupt infrastructure such as roads, bridges, tunnel, trains, electric and gas line and water. Therefore, people can't go back to their homes or businesses for some time. After a mudslide occurs, survivors may face a repeat mudslide and continue flooding, especially if rain continues. In particularly dangerous slope area, the water and shifting ground can create a snowball effect. The buildup of rain, called a mudslide, then this black water build up in new location, causing another mudslide. This can keep happening for a long time, especially during an intense storm. When the disease is finally over, new trouble arises. Standing water from mudslides may remain for a long time, creating mold that can rupture walls and floors of buildings, can even spread disease. Unpredictable disaster. Mudslides are incredibly dangerous natural disasters that begin with one simple ingredient: water. Once water builds up, it can destabilize the ground, pulling more mud and debris into its flows. Mudslides often strike without much notice, but it is still important to recognize warning signs, especially in mountainous areas near coast where risk of mudslide is highest. People who inhabit areas prone to mudslides run their course. They leave behind immense damage as a reminder of nature's power. The powerful force of a slowly smash down walls, moving flows away from buildings to a safer area that can prevent damage and more effective than trying to stop it. Careful landscaping as well as stones, ditches and walls are all preventative measures that help divert mudslide away from structures. Other steps including planting vegetation to prevent soil erosion. Local emergency departments help people living in the danger zone. protect themselves with safety measures and evacuation plans in the event of a mudslide. They may also provide access to sandbags. People stagger sandbags like bricks to create a shield protection, hope of reducing the flow of water and mud.